be very clear. There were lots of homosexuals in hip-hop back in the 80s, too.
You see me? I've been doing this shit a long time. So I get what I want, when I want it, how I want it.
Do you think we'll ever have a gay rapper?
I believe there are some gay rappers that just ain't came out the closet.
Well,
That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
For decades, Sean Diddy Combs has wielded immense influence in the music industry. However, recent federal raids on his properties have unearthed shadows from his past, suggesting that his previous actions may be returning to haunt him. Surprisingly, some public figures have been subtly signaling concerns about Diddy's alleged wrongdoings for years.
No, I don't feel like it. I'm exhausted.
You're exhausted of the history. But y'all had bad blood for a while.
Real bad.
Real bad blood.
The worst blood.
The worst blood. You almost he wanted to run you out of New York at one point, right?
Run?
Well,
Ran.
not run, like push you out of New York
Ran
at one
out.
point. Oh, he had you ran out. You give him full credit for that? Okay, cool. He had you ran out of New York.
They say the truth inevitably reveals itself, and in the case of the enigmatic and powerful figure known as Sean Diddy Combs, this adage holds weight. The recent federal raids on his residences serve as a stark reminder that Diddy's murky history is finally catching up with him. However, the plot thickens as it appears certain celebrities have been quietly signaling Diddy's purported transgressions for years. From enduring clashes with Wendy Williams to enigmatic remarks dropped by figures like 50 Cent and Kanye West, it seems a symphony of renowned voices has been sounding the alarm. When it comes to recent accusations, there's a prominent figure that repeatedly surfaces: Wendy Williams. Wendy has long been raising red flags about Diddy's concerning behavior, yet it appears her warnings fell on deaf ears. Let's delve into Wendy's past encounters with Diddy.
What's worse, hip-hop wearing skirts or hip-hop being closeted and having a plethora of kids to prove manhood that, and denial of something that you shouldn't have to deny, which is your sexuality. So I hear what Jamar is saying, but we come from a very homosexual era of hip-hop as well.
During the 1990s, while Wendy was employed at Hot 97 radio station, she alleges that Diddy instructed members of the R&B group Total to confront her. Recounting the incident on her show, Wendy described how she left the airwaves one day only to find Total waiting downstairs, while colleagues eagerly watched from above. Fortunately, Wendy's then-boyfriend intervened, averting a physical altercation. However, this altercation wasn't the end of Wendy's tensions with Diddy. In 2009, she alleged that Diddy orchestrated a photo op with his baby son and the child's mother, Misa Hilton, alongside his rival, Suge Knight. She threatened to expose this on her radio show, but Diddy's team intervened to prevent the photo from going public. Furthermore, she entertained the notion that Diddy might be involved in relationships with other men.
There was a radio personality once upon a time. Her name was Wendy Williams, and she was practically burned at the stake for talking about such. And now it's all come full circle. There were many situations, none of which to talk about, but there were many situations back in the day in my career, and it's all coming full circle now, so.
Allegedly, she even received a photo depicting a man supposedly pulling down Diddy's shorts during a vacation in Cancun. She was poised to divulge this information on air, but Diddy's former bodyguard, Gene Deal, claims that the music mogul had her fired from Hot 97 before she could do so. In 2015, Wendy made waves on her talk show by suggesting that Diddy could potentially exert a controlling influence over his then-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura. She mused, "When you're involved with a mogul, it's like navigating a maze. You never know when they'll appear out of nowhere. They could charter a plane, land on the hotel rooftop, grease the palms at the front desk, get a key, and be up in your room before you know it." Cassie eventually came forward, alleging mistreatment against Diddy in a lawsuit. It's evident that Wendy Williams has been raising concerns about Diddy for years. Her remarks about Diddy have been circulating for quite some time. Despite her persistent warnings, it's regrettable that more people didn't heed them earlier. Now let's shift our focus to another celebrity who has openly criticized Diddy, 50 Cent.
The nigga Puff was like, first he was amping him to get style. Then he was like, yo, when we gonna get the chance to, to kick it. Like, we could just hang out, nigga. We gotta kick it.
This is
Paul.
Okay.
He telling me we gotta kick it and shit. And he was like, yo, why don't we like go shopping or some shit? I mean, like, I pay for it. And I was like, what the fuck this nigga just said?
Since 2006, a feud has brewed between these two individuals, with 50 Cent insinuating, albeit without substantial evidence, that Diddy had a hand in the demise of the notorious Big So. When reports surfaced of federal raids on Diddy's properties, 50 Cent didn't hesitate to chime in. He swiftly took to X or Twitter, sharing a snapshot of the news coverage with a biting caption, "Now it's not Diddy do it, it's Diddy done. They don't come like that unless they've got a case." Later that day, 50 Cent shifted his attention to Instagram, questioning the whereabouts of Jay-Z, Diddy's longtime ally. He humorously posted an image of a milk carton adorned with Jay-Z's visage, accompanied by the caption, "Anybody seen Jay?" Diddy points out Jay-Z's silent phone, while 50 Cent hints at Diddy's ties unraveling post-federal intervention.
We got motherfucking Ciroc. Damn, we got all this liquor, and y'all want Diddy to come to my room. He ain't even brought no Ciroc. I don't want that old ass nigga around me. He an old ass bitch.
And then there's Suge Knight stirring the pot on Twitter, suggesting the raids weren't just about Diddy, but a cover-up for other powerful figures. With Suge's track record, it begs the question, is there a deeper plot afoot? Are there bigger players in this game than we realize? It's truly captivating to observe Suge Knight, with his own complex past with Diddy, attempting to reshape the narrative.
Because Diddy is said to be a predator, music executive Suge Knight has warned his longtime hip-hop rival, P. Diddy, that his life is in danger if he goes to jail. The clip was allegedly an outtake from the Death Row Records founders podcast, Collect Call, which Suge Knight hosts from a California state prison where the rapper is currently serving a 28-year sentence for voluntary manslaughter.
I tell you what, Puffy. Your life is in danger. Because you know the secrets. Who's involved in that little secret room you guys participating in. So,
is he aiming to divert attention from Diddy, or does he sincerely perceive a darker undercurrent? Whatever the motive, Suge's remarks unquestionably inject a fascinating dimension into this ongoing saga. And on the subject of compelling accusations, let's delve into Katt Williams' recent bold statements about Diddy on the Club Shay podcast. Katt boldly declared that Diddy's true colors would be unveiled in 2024, emphasizing that even prominent figures like him would face consequences. According to Katt, the year 2024 will bring scrutiny to all, regardless of their stature, whether it's Diddy or even TD Jakes. This assertion carries significant weight, as Katt claimed to possess evidence supporting his allegations against Diddy. He further insinuated that he rejected a $50 million offer from Diddy multiple times due to the mogul's penchant for extravagant parties, highlighting a potentially scandalous aspect of Diddy's lifestyle. This revelation hints at the possibility that Katt may possess substantial incriminating information.
Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
Another notable figure weighing in on the Diddy situation is Aubrey O'Day, known for her past membership in the group Danity Kane, which was assembled by Diddy on the reality show Making the Band. Following recent events, Aubrey took to her Instagram stories to share her thoughts, stating, "You reap what you sow. I hope this empowers all of us survivors to finally speak out about our own experiences." In a separate post, she respectfully reiterated, "I've been trying to convey this message for 2 decades. Did anyone listen?" This prompts reflection on the potential encounters Aubrey may have had with Diddy over the years that inspired her to express such sentiments. Having once been under his wing, Aubrey appears to suggest that she's long been privy to Diddy's purported wrongdoings. And let's not overlook Kanye West, who, in resurfaced footage from a 2022 Drink Champs interview, appeared to share intriguing insights on the matter. Yeah, hinted at a deal allegedly struck by certain celebrities to evade prison time.
Meek Mills, Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these niggas. All you fake hard niggas, fuck you. Hold on. Okay. All you fake hard niggas, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck because you can't shoot nobody anyway, and the reason why you got talk is because you did a deal, you fucking fed. You know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta come at me, because part of the deal for you to be a do all that and get out of jail is that you promise that you're gonna go pull my co-car. So y'all niggas shut the fuck up about me.
While Kanye West doesn't explicitly mention Diddy, he strongly implies that certain celebrities are informants, insinuating that part of their agreement involves targeting him. He stated, "The reason why you gotta talk is that you did a deal. That's why you gotta come at me, because part of the deal for you to be able to do all that and get out of jail is that you promise that you're gonna go pull my card." It's unclear exactly what West is suggesting, but it appears he's hinting that some prominent figures, possibly including Diddy, have struck dubious deals with law enforcement. Additionally, Usher's remarks about his time residing with Diddy at the age of 13 also warrant discussion.
But I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand it.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there. Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man.
During a candid chat with Howard Stern back in 2016, Usher spilled the beans about his year-long stint crashing at Diddy's pad in the Big Apple. He dropped hints about some seriously strange happenings during that time, confessing to Stern, "I witnessed some things that had me scratching my head. It was like stepping into a whole other world." When pressed about whether he'd ever consider sending his own kids to Puffy Camp, Usher bluntly shot back, "No way, that's a whole different level." It's pretty eye-opening to hear Usher, who was once tight with Diddy, hinting at some eyebrow-raising activities going on under the surface. Could Usher have stumbled upon something relevant to the recent accusations against Diddy? It's sparking curiosity about what undisclosed information Usher might possess.
Because I'm seeing him go from his independence to then becoming Puff Daddy, you know what I'm saying? And I got a front row seat looking at that. Thank God that I had that experience, you know what I'm saying?
Just when you thought you'd heard the end of Diddy's scandalous escapades, think again. Jaguar Wright has stepped forward once more, shedding light on another victim of Diddy's wild exploits, none other than his ex-assistant, Fonsworth Bentley. Remember him? That impeccably stylish gentleman who was always by Diddy's side, holding that iconic umbrella wherever they went.
What do you think Diddy and Fonsworth Bentley's real relationship was?
Concubine, master.
Jaguar is stirring the pot by suggesting that Fonsworth Bentley's role as more than just Diddy's assistant and umbrella carrier may have included being allegedly coerced into intimate encounters with Diddy. Fonsworth's sudden departure from Hollywood, just as his music career was gaining momentum, has left many puzzled for quite some time. Jaguar claims that his experiences working for Diddy were filled with unbelievable events, suggesting that Diddy may have witnessed or even orchestrated some questionable activities involving Fonsworth.
Everybody know. I think the thing that everybody is having a hard time grasping is how that whole thing could have probably went down. But the thing is it was how fast he disappeared.
Yes.
So did Diddy actually witness Jaguar's actions, or was there a plan to exploit Fonsworth? Over the last half year, it's been an exhilarating roller coaster, with surprises at every turn. Just when you believe things can't escalate further, another unexpected twist emerges. We've all been intrigued by the legendary tales of Diddy's extravagant gatherings and the rumored antics that unfold. But brace yourself, because Fonsworth Bentley, once Diddy's right-hand man, has recently revealed some eye-opening revelations about the reality behind the scenes. Firstly, let's address this bombshell dropped by Fonsworth. He didn't just spill the tea, he emptied the whole kettle. Contrary to the image Diddy portrayed of him merely fetching coffee and running errands, Fonsworth Bentley claims his role was much more significant. Allegedly, he wasn't just Diddy's stylist and life coach, he also played a more intimate role. Yes, you read that correctly, suggesting a romantic partnership. It's quite the revelation, and if you're feeling overwhelmed by this information, you're not alone. But hey, it's Hollywood, where surprises seem to be the norm. Perhaps it's time we start questioning why Diddy finds himself entangled in such situations with the young men working for him. Here is what Gene Deal revealed.
He had became Puff, one of Puff's personal assistants. You understand? To make sure all Puff shit is there when we get ready to go. Everything that was supposed to be in order, that was Fonsworth Bentley's job.
It's not just a coincidence that everyone seems to have their own tale about him. Here we have Fonsworth Bentley divulging the inside scoop while little Rod stirs up some drama. And don't even get me started on the whole saga with us. That's a Pandora's box of gossip we're not quite ready to crack open. But let's circle back to Fonsworth Bentley in the early 2000s. He was the talk of the town, rolling with Diddy, turning heads left and right. Let me tell you, that man aged like fine wine, and he sure knew how to rock those outfits. In a realm dominated by loose-fitting trousers and athletic headbands, amidst the sea of white tees, Fonsworth Bentley stood out with his impeccable sense of dapper style. Yet, he wasn't merely a fashion statement. Diddy recognized his dual talent, enlisting him as both an aide and a fashion consultant. Diddy sought to overhaul his public image after the nightclub shooting debacle involving Jennifer Lopez. You recall that debacle, don't you? Well, Diddy managed to evade the fallout unscathed, while Shine faced a decade behind bars. Despite his tangled web of troubles, he skillfully maneuvered his way out, preserving his freedom. It was at this juncture that Fonsworth Bentley entered the scene, lending a hand to Diddy's image refinement efforts. Despite Bentley's assistance, Diddy found himself besieged by criticism post-trial, as if plagued by an unrelenting storm. Media scrutiny hounded him incessantly, casting shadows on his every move. Desperate for a transformation, Diddy sought a rapid image makeover, and Fonsworth was his salvation. With the finesse of a style maestro, Fonsworth orchestrated a complete overhaul, ensuring Diddy looked impeccable in record time.
Well, I was there when Fonsworth Bentley got his actual name. How they came up with the name and everything. We were sitting in front of the apartment building on 74th and Park Avenue. It was me, him, Tony De Niro. Puff was upstairs. They was trying to figure out, he had became Puff, one of Puff's personal assistants.
Do you know how Diddy made that slick transition from Puff Daddy to P. Diddy? That was all about rebranding, and you can bet his detractors still throw around Puffy to ruffle feathers, especially 50 Cent, who loves to poke fun at Diddy whenever he gets a chance on Instagram. But let's circle back to Fonsworth. He truly worked his charm on Diddy, and let me tell you, that timeless image of him sheltering Diddy with an umbrella, it's etched in the annals of cool. Gradually yet steadfastly, Fonsworth played a pivotal role in helping Diddy shed the weight of past scandals associated with Vibe magazine, guiding him into a rejuvenated spotlight. But Fonsworth was far more than just a charming face. His intellect rivaled that of a well-honed blade, and he deftly maneuvered through the intricacies of Hollywood alongside Diddy. Observing the industry's inner workings closely, he gleaned insights that fueled his own aspirations. His close association with Diddy and his entourage was such that he was affectionately dubbed Fonsworth Bentley, a moniker masking his true identity as Derek Watkins.
He probably signed an ND, a non-disclosure, and he don't want to say anything against Puff anyway because Puff got shit on him. And I ain't talking about no sexual shit, none of that shit. The nigga was stealing, bro. Yo, bro. The niggas I don't want to put that on sticky fingers. That nigga right there, bro, don't lay nothing down around him. You heard me? Don't lay nothing down around dude right there.
Gene Deal shared the backstory of this moniker. Now, when it comes to assisting his team or employees in the industry, Diddy isn't exactly known for lending a hand without expecting something in return. It's a reality check. He clings onto his artist's masters like a child grips onto a beloved toy and only relinquishes them when it serves his public image, like when Cassie's lawsuit was looming. Isn't it fascinating how Fonsworth became the remarkable exception to Diddy's usual protocol? Once he entered Diddy's circle, it was akin to possessing a backstage pass to the entire music realm. He seamlessly integrated himself into the music scene, leaving an indelible mark on some of the most iconic rap albums of our time. Imagine this, Fonsworth ascending in the industry, making waves, then suddenly, like a puff of smoke, he vanishes. Gone from LA to Atlanta, married, kids in tow, living a low-key, behind-the-scenes existence. Understandable, really. Some folks discover the limelight isn't their calling. They yearn for privacy, shunning the chaos and drama that accompany celebrity status.
Jennifer Lopez had these boots, they cost $5,000. I'm like, what kind of fucking boots cost $5,000? Now you gotta realize, this is like in 2000, early 2000s.
Listen up, because what I'm about to spill might just ruffle your feathers. Fonsworth wasn't your typical go-getter. He hustled hard, chasing those dreams for years, but just when victory seemed within grasp, he waved the white flag and called it quits. Now something smells fishy here, but brace yourselves because Fonsworth Bentley has finally broken his silence on why he vanished from the scene. And let me tell you, it's a murky, treacherous world out there. Reportedly, Diddy purportedly had him fulfilling the role of his, let's be blunt, companion. Yes, you heard correctly. Reportedly, Diddy had him completely under his control, weary of their arrangement. Allegedly, he was fed up with pretending to be content in Diddy's domain, if you catch my drift. It's difficult to feign surprise, considering the abundance of rumors and controversies swirling around Diddy as of late. It all seems to fit into the larger narrative, doesn't it? Reportedly, Diddy maintained a cadre of young men like him, all subject to his whims. However, the purported events at Diddy's gatherings are best left unspoken, particularly if you value workplace appropriateness. The scandalous nature of it all is simply astounding.
So y'all want to know who I want to hear from throughout this whole Diddy mess? Fonsworth Bentley. Y'all remember him? He was like Diddy's sidekick back in the day. He always wore like those fresh outfits, like the nerdy outfits. He used to always dance with Diddy and listen, if you're a millennial, you know. But I want to hear from him. I know he got a story to tell. Fonsworth, where are you?
It's fascinating to ponder what lurks in the shadows of those Diddy parties, especially after hearing Fonsworth's tale. If what we've heard so far is just the surface, then brace yourself for a roller coaster ride. Fonsworth recounted his departure from Diddy's circle, citing a moment where he felt like he was about to become a pawn in a twisted game, much like Lil Rod's ordeal with Cuba Gooding Jr. That was the breaking point for him. He couldn't stomach it any longer. It seems Fonsworth was deeply unsettled by what he perceived as Diddy's intentions, prompting him to cut ties with Hollywood altogether. His disillusionment with the industry runs deep, fueled by the disturbing revelations from those infamous parties. Atlanta became his refuge, a haven to forge anew, establish his own kin, and nurture his children. Yet, amidst this sanctuary, the plot thickened when Jaguar Wright chimed in with her own perspective.
Now he lives in Atlanta. He's married. He has 2 sons. He's living his life. I mean, but how many? Listen, y'all. If you've ever lived in Atlanta, you know the majority. The majority of them are bisexual and gay men. They just give up their life to get married and gave their life to God, and they're your pastor.
And down low culture is still very, very, very heavy in the Black community in Atlanta. It's funny because Atlanta's like a gay mecca. You would think that there would be no need for down low culture, but down low culture is thriving in Atlanta still.
According to her, Fonsworth was easily manipulated, a puppet in his hands. She didn't mince words, unleashing a torrent of revelations. Known for her candor, Jaguar is a force to be reckoned with, particularly when it comes to exposing figures like Jay-Z and Diddy. With a reservoir of stories at her disposal, she's relentless in her pursuit of truth, never faltering in her resolve to unveil their secrets. During the interview, she corroborated Fonsworth Bentley's account of Diddy's purported mockery of his close companion. Jaguar also suggested that Fonsworth's swift marriage stemmed from his endeavor to recover from the distress inflicted during his time under Diddy's control, where he was compelled to engage in intimate acts. Jaguar holds a remarkable reputation for her impeccable honesty, having evaded any accusations of deceit or legal repercussions for fabricating tales. This speaks volumes about her integrity. However, Jean offers a contrasting narrative, alleging that Fonsworth's departure was due to Diddy discovering him engaged in theft, leading to his dismissal.
You think he was Diddy's concubine?
Absolutely. He was too complicit and he was too compliant. And he just disappeared.
Fonsworth vehemently denies the accusations, squarely placing the blame on Diddy for allegedly attempting to silence him once more by tarnishing his reputation. He asserts that Diddy orchestrated a setup, planting incriminating evidence at his residence to undermine him. Fonsworth believes Diddy's motive is to discredit him, making it harder for people to believe any revelations he might make about their partnership. Moreover, he highlights a pattern of Diddy allegedly sabotaging his artists and portraying them negatively whenever conflicts arise. Shockingly, Fonsworth claims he's not the only one subjected to Diddy's manipulation, alleging similar coercion tactics were used on members of the girl group Danity Kane. This sheds light on Diddy's long-standing feud with Aubrey O'Day, a prominent member of Danity Kane, who reportedly resisted his advances. Reflecting on the mid-2000s, it seems Aubrey's refusal to comply with Diddy's demands fueled tension within the group. Aubrey firmly refused to let Diddy into something she wasn't comfortable with, making her stance clear. However, their constant clashes stemmed from more than just that. Allegedly, Diddy was making inappropriate advances behind the scenes, attempting to make moves on the women involved, who promptly rejected him. This led to escalating tensions. Adding to the complexity, Diddy then enforced strict NDAs, preventing them from discussing the true nature of the situation. Unfortunately, this wasn't an isolated incident, as there were other instances where he attempted to use NDAs to silence them. While some celebrities have openly criticized Diddy, others have subtly signaled their concerns, suggesting a long-standing undercurrent of unease surrounding his actions. These allegations range from orchestrating confrontations and controlling relationships to more serious accusations that are now being investigated by federal authorities. So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.